lifetime, but will guarantee greatness. You define greatness when you become what author Matthew Kelly has dubbed the best version of yourself. Not for anyone else, but for you. And yet you can't possibly get to that vision of yourself and add value to the present unless you're truly here. Woody Allen suggests that 90% of life is just showing up. I would suggest that means showing up both physically and mentally. So think for a minute, and then take a moment and still your mind. Stop your thoughts racing forward. I wonder who would be at grad bash. Will he or she talk to me? Or backward. I can't believe he or she didn't walk next to me in the senior parade and I was looking so hot. I invite you to forget all that. Take a couple of deep breaths and embrace this moment. Try to become intensely aware of everything around you. Take a big, deep breath. You made it. You're just a few more minutes, I promise you, away from graduating high school. This moment is yours. And as Brian Burns said this morning, you will never again have another one even remotely like it. And now, make a silent vow that from this moment forward, you will make every effort to remain in the present. It won't be easy. But if you can practice the technique of simply stopping yourself whenever you become aware that you're not concentrating on the here and now, and become totally engaged in this moment, I promise you, you will not only be light years ahead of most people on the planet, but you'll be well on your way to achieving greatness. I'm also here to say that despite what I just said, life will bring you failures. I hate to say it, but failure is inevitable. But you will learn the most, grow the most when you fail. My mother used to say, if you're hurting, it's because you're growing. And trust me, I have grown. And yet I wouldn't trade any of the pain in the world because it made me who I am today. Failure can only be considered as such if you don't learn the lessons it contains. I'm a firm believer that life brings those lessons that you need in order to become the best version of yourself. Michael Jordan once observed, I failed over and over again. That's why I succeed. What you choose to do with those failures is what counts. Vince Lombardi said, it's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get back up. So give yourself permission to fail as another important graduation gift. I have 6 or 7 other little gifts I've been given along the way that you can choose to receive or discard, perhaps until a moment later in time. Number 1, be authentically you. According to a survey of 75 business leaders with Stanford MBAs, the most important predictor of success is self-awareness. That means knowing and accepting your own strengths and your own weaknesses. Take a good long look at yourself. What are your passions? What are your unique skills? And what are your limitations? When you are truly in touch with your gut instinct, that inner you, your passion and your calling in life will be revealed to you. Know yourself, love yourself, and never let anyone or anything diminish your star. Number 2, don't complain. You're either part of the problem or you're part of the solution. Choose to be a part of the solution. It is so much more fun, and people will gravitate towards, not away from you. Embrace the power of positive thinking. Instead of that graduation car I thought I wanted, I received this most important gift from my father, the single most positive man I've ever known. You'll be entering the workforce during challenging economic times, but don't let that discourage you. Everything great in the United States was constructed on the belief that our future holds better things than the past. It is precisely now that we need to be positive and dream a bigger and better future for ourselves. Then go out and work to make that a reality. One of my kids' favorite books growing up had a line in it that we still quote to this day. What you can see, you can be. So dream often and dream big. Number 3, accept that life is a choice. Now here's a tough one. As you reflect back on your high school years, you're likely to be feeling a whole range of emotions, some joyous, some not so joyous. Maybe you're harboring some resentments about your experiences here, or your upbringing, or what your friends or coach didn't do or did do. I invite you to leave those negative thoughts behind you now. There's absolutely nothing you can do to change the past. But here's the exciting part. Every single choice you make from now on will define your future. Many people go through life blaming everyone and everything for their lot in life. Vow now not to join their ranks. Accept responsibility for your choices and then make good ones based on what you know to be the best for you. Gandhi said, "You must be the change you want to see in the world." And I invite you to take whatever gifts you were given, many yet to be discovered, with gratitude, and make the choice to use them to change the world. Number 4, live life with an attitude of gratitude. When you wake up every morning, before you hit the ground running, make a mental list of every single thing you have to be grateful for. That list today should include faculty members and administrators who made a difference in your life these past 4 years. Take the time to say thank you or write them a note. They have no idea what a difference they may have made in your life, and you have no idea what a difference your encouragement could make in theirs. I'm so blessed tonight to have the opportunity to say thank you right here to the teacher who most impacted my life and to whom I will be eternally grateful. Would you please join me in a round of applause for the state of Michigan's most acclaimed debate coach, Jim Telfer. Telf, where are you? Please stand up. As you know, Telf retired last June after a mere 4 decades of teaching and coaching 12 state debate championship teams. On behalf of the hundreds of students whose lives you've transformed through your belief in our ability to achieve things we had no idea we could, and your exceptional coaching skills, I thank you. I've spent over half my life now living in developing countries, and trust me when I say, you should be especially grateful that you're graduating from this high school in this lovely town, which a writer for the New York Times once described as the sweetest little spot on earth. That